Hello, this is Edna White. I am so glad you're with me today. Today, we're going to talk about how to overcome imposter syndrome. You've heard of it, right? Imposter syndrome is the idea that you're a fraud amongst your professionals. You haven't earned the success, the achievements, or the experience, and you never will. And soon enough, everyone else will find it out. That's what they're saying to yourself. That hit hard. I know it did for me. We all have imposter syndrome. We have it, you have it, your dog probably has it. But that doesn't mean that since we all have it, we should just keep on living our lives with it. No way. You're going to do some amazing things with your life. And frankly, you don't have the time, nor the excuses, nor the energy to dedicate feeling unworthy. So I'm going to go over my best tips with you to kick this nasty syndrome. But first, I'm going to tell you about 5 different types of imposters. Find yourself in that, you're halfway on your way to overcoming it. 5 different types of imposter. The perfectionist. You have very high goals, and you get disappointed at the smallest mistake. The superhero. You push yourself harder than everyone else. The expert. You constantly go on courses because you feel you don't know enough. The soloist. You prefer to work alone because asking for help is a sign of weakness. The natural genius. You feel like a failure when you don't succeed on the first go. If you recognize any of these, if not all, this is a step towards overcoming the problem. See, I used to be the soloist, and I was a little bit of the expert. No, I wasn't the expert. I was the perfectionist. So I became aware, I acknowledged, and I accepted. So, how do you heal from that? How do you begin to overcome that? I'm going to give you some tips. 1, think about something that has gone well this week, this month, this year. Smile about it. Embrace that feeling. Get into it. 2, accept a compliment without questioning it or pushing it off or saying, oh, you're that great too. Just say thank you. 3, make a list of your achievements and skills. Anything you're proud of. 4, try a new challenge that feels manageable, no matter how small. 5, accept an offer of help without thinking you could do it better yourself. You see, those type of things get you where you can see who you are. The very best exercise I've ever tried was getting out my resume and going over it and saying, wow, I did that. And guess what? The last and final tip is to really celebrate every little step, every little accomplishment. Celebrate it. And it helps to have a notebook so you can write down times and places that you feel like you're an imposter. Write down your thoughts or your feelings at these times and write down any changes you feel as you try these tips. Another way to overcome imposter syndrome is to be aware of how you use social media. It's a great way to connect, engage with people, especially if you have a small business. However, you can take in too much and start to criticize yourself. Take in too much and start to compare yourself. Take in too much and don't know what to do with the information. So I don't want you to sabotage yourself. Think about that. So stop criticizing yourself and putting yourself down. Be mindful and also have limits with your time. know your types of imposters and how you can recognize them. You also know that it is more common than you thought, and you're not alone in feeling inadequate or not good. You also now have some tips to begin to overcome those thoughts and feelings that go along with it. They will help you grow in confidence and begin to feel good about yourself. Now, listen, if you still are combating this imposter syndrome, you need to look me up, Edna White. I can help you as a coach. If you can't do coaching at this time, I have an online course that's available to you. All you have to do is email me at ednajwhite11@gmail, or you can just leave a message down below, and I'll be able to give you what you need to combat and beat imposter syndrome.